Welcome everyone to a cold and windswept morning at the AECC, where Ed Hardy, the Chief Executive of the Considerate Constructor Scheme, is going to designate this project an ultra site, and we're going to see if we can grab a few words with him. Ed, can you tell me what is an ultra site?
Simply, an ultra site is us working with main contractors and their supply chains to work to an even higher standard of considerate best practice. So working with the communities and those that are impacted by the works, working with the workforce and those that are involved in the project, and also with the environment and being more environmentally conscious. And so as opposed to us as a scheme simply monitoring sites to see how they perform, it's us actually working with the sites to achieve the highest standards for them and their supply chains.
Ed, what is it about the AECC that makes it worthy of an ultra site status?
Many things. Firstly, look around us. It's a fantastic site. It's Robertson, who we're working with, the main contractor. They're one of our associate members. To be an associate member with the Considerate Constructor Scheme means you're already working to incredibly high standards. And so for us to work with Robertson's and with the overall project on this fantastic site, for want of achieving even higher levels of best practice against the scheme, we were more than delighted to accept them in, and we really look forward to working with them going forward.
So you mentioned the supply chain
Yes.
partners and the wider project teams. How do they get involved when we're talking about an ultra site?
Well, we've been working as a scheme with main contractors now for 20 years. This is our 20th year anniversary this year, and it's proved hugely successful. The industry has changed dramatically over 20 years, and the working practices have changed dramatically over these years. And it's not all down to us. We're part of it as a scheme, but it's more of a cultural change. Now there's a lot more to the industry than just main contractors. There's supply chain specialist subcontractors, clients, suppliers and so on, and they're also involved in the construction process, and it's about time we as a scheme started working with them as well, for want of improving the image of the industry overall. It's very much about collaborative working.
So Scott, we're standing in front of a lot of groundworks at the moment, but can you tell me what this project will actually be delivering for the region?
Yeah, certainly. It's obviously delivering a world-class venue to the northeast of Scotland. It's going to be a 12,500 seated arena, which will encourage large events, conferences, banqueting and gigs to come to the northeast of Scotland. So it's for us to build on the tourism as well for Aberdeen City is a very key thing. We've got fantastic food and drink in the area, the whisky trail, the scenery, the wildlife, the fantastic golf, and we wanted people to come here and make it a destination. When you're on the site, you actually realise the size of the venue. They've done a lot of the groundworks, which is quite a positive thing. They've done a fantastic job with the burn diversion, which is going to increase hopefully the flora and fauna in the area and make it an attraction for even people to walk their dogs or just go for a stroll around the barn corridor. So it's really good. The site's looking really good just now.
Andy, what does it mean for us to be an associate member of the CCS?
Well, the associate membership itself is recognition of the group's commitment to considerate constructors. Our health and safety performance is shown to improve, our housekeeping, the way we are perceived in the industry is all improved, and that is really thanks to our site team's commitments to driving the considerate constructor performance on site.
And now it's an ultra site. What does that mean for us?
Well, the ultra site means a lot to Robertson. It's the first ultra site in Scotland. Looking at the number of other ultra sites, it's actually the first ultra site north of Nottingham, and we wouldn't have been successful in this if considerate constructors themselves hadn't fully understood our commitment to ultra site.